Looking at the earnings calendar, this is something that's unique to OptionsPlay. We built the OptionsPlay Earnings Calendar to make it as easy as possible for you to navigate earnings season. And you can find the earnings calendar by clicking on the hamburger menu, which is on the upper right-hand corner of your OptionsPlay platform. Let me make this a little bigger so everyone can see. If you click on the hamburger menu on the upper right-hand corner of your OptionsPlay platform, you click on earnings. Within the hamburger menu right here, that will get you to our earnings calendar. That is your navigator for earnings season. And what I mean by that is that if you look at a traditional earnings calendar and you look at a date sometime next week, you're going to see, you pick Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week, or even the following week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're going to see hundreds and hundreds of symbols that are reporting on a given day. The vast majority of symbols you may have never heard of. They're symbols that you're not familiar with, but they're listed in alphabetical order based on what's reporting on that given day. And that is incredibly difficult to navigate when you have 300 stocks on a given day and you have to figure out which symbols you recognize for that day before you can do your research. So what we do is we organize the calendar not by alphabetical order, but by liquidity. Because if you're going to trade options for earnings during earnings season, you really should only trade options on stocks that are extremely liquid, because during times when things are volatile, you want to be able to get in and out very quickly. You don't want to be stuck in a trade, not be able to get out of that specific security because it doesn't trade very often, or because when things get volatile, spreads get widened out. So really what we look at are stocks that are very liquid. We know that they trade basically at the midpoint all day long, no matter how much volatility there is in the underlying stock, because the stock trades at least a couple of million shares a day. And that's really kind of how we organize our earnings calendar. We first organize by liquidity, then we organize by AM versus PM. So if we look at the date, let's say next week, like July 23rd, if we look at the area shaded in green, that's referring to all of the most liquid symbols that are reporting on that day. So basically anything outside of that green window, I generally don't bother taking a look at, because I know I'm going to probably have a tough time trading options on those specific symbols. There's no need for me to research the technicals, the fundamentals, the business if I can't trade options on it. So this is designed to help me filter out about 97% of all symbols that are reporting on any given day right off the bat. So I don't have to look through an earnings calendar, figure out what I want to pay attention to for that day. And then, as you can see, the top 10 or so names on that date have an asterisk sign next to it. What that tells me is that those are the ones that are reporting in the morning. The ones without the asterisk sign, like Chubb, Enphase, Alphabet, Seagate, Tesla, those are the ones that are reporting after the close. So this helps me organize also in my day, right? Because the ones obviously that are reporting in the morning, I have to execute a trade the before the close of the previous day. And then the ones that are reporting after the close, I can execute a trade up until the close of that day for that trade. So it helps me organize my date, my timing, as well as liquidity. So this is my navigator. I only bother researching the stocks, generally speaking, in the green area. Occasionally, I'll find my way navigating my way to the orange area. I'm sorry, the yellow area. Yellow stocks are what we call somewhat liquid. So these are stocks that are, generally speaking, still reasonably liquid, and you should generally have the ability to trade these around earnings season, but they're simply not as liquid as the ones that are in green. And then anything that's not colored, like everything down here, those are things I won't even touch. Those are things that are just simply not liquid enough to be trading around earnings season, especially when things get really volatile or could potentially get really volatile.